Well, welcome to Tweet of the Week, and my guest this week is Mark Pritts, who is the Instructional Director for Elementary Schools. And, well, Mark doesn't really do Twitter. So how is it that we got you to be on Tweet of the Week, Mr. Pritts?
Well, Dr. Alban, I was fortunate enough to be at a ceremony last week where we recognized Janet Marsh for over 30,000 hours of volunteer service for Frederick County Public Schools. Most of that was at Lewistown Elementary School, and she also has done some down here at the central office. So I was fortunate enough to represent Frederick County Public Schools at the ceremony where we recognized Miss Marsh, and I was able to give her a certificate from the governor representing her volunteerism. And she had a remarkable story. And I told her that if I had a chance to tell that story, I'd tell as many times as I could. And so I'm here to tell her story.
And I do believe that Lewistown Elementary tweeted about her, and FCPS Maryland was there, heard you say just that. And so here's your chance, Mark. Share the incredible story of Mrs. Marsh.
Well, Mrs. Marsh, what I found to be remarkable about her was she's been a lifelong resident of Lewistown, lifelong volunteer to the community. She didn't just volunteer at the school, she also did quite a bit of volunteer work down at the fire hall as well. But what I found remarkable again is she walked 3 miles to school every day, 5-room schoolhouse where our current Lewistown Elementary School building is, back and forth every day, all the way from, I guess, first grade through, I believe it was about 8th grade then. And from that point, then she would take there was no school bus until the year after she left Lewistown Elementary, so she had to walk every day. And then after that, she attended St. John's for high school down in Frederick. And fortunately, there was a school bus the year after she left Lewistown. So she rode her bike, as she told the story, down to Roddy Road every day, got on the school bus, went down to Frederick to about 9th Street, around where TJ High School is, walked across town to St. John's High School, then left there, walked to Frederick High School, got on the bus, back to her bike, and home every day. And so, you know, it's quite a story about how important education was to her, and I think still is with the volunteerism that she's done.
And I think one of the other things you told me that really impressed you about her was she made a decision after some critical events in her life that she wanted to give back to the community. Right.
When she had a daughter who was born, and she had a heart issue that had to be had to have some pretty serious medical attention. It was a time when she didn't really have the resources to pay for that, but she was able to get that covered, I think, by the state. And she made a commitment then that she was going to, when she had an opportunity, she was going to give back to the community and try to repay that through volunteerism. And it wasn't really, I think, until she became a grandmother and her granddaughter was attending Lewistown Elementary School that she started to volunteer as well. And one day she was helping the classroom teacher, didn't have much for her to do, and she said, I was leaving the school and I really wanted to do some more, and I walked by the media specialist who was there at the library, and I said, you got anything I could do? And she said, oh yeah, come on in the library. And I was there for 26 years straight after that. So she, just last year was her last year of volunteerism. So she's really remarkable.
And remind me again, how many hours had she clocked for Frederick County Public Schools
alone? Over 30,000.
Over 30,000 hours.
Yep.
So I can see why you were inspired by her story, and we do know the difference volunteers make throughout our school system. So I'm so excited that someone heard you say you wanted to share that story so you could come on, and who knows, maybe that story will inspire you to take up Twitter at some point in the future.
I'm sure it will.
I won't hold you to that as a promise, even though it is going to be live on TV.
We'll see.
Well, thank you for sharing that inspiring story about giving back and caring for your community. And thank you, Mark, for all the work you do, because you represent Frederick County Public Schools at fun events like that. But I also know that you are in and out of buildings throughout our county supporting our administrators and our teachers, and we really do value and appreciate that work that you do so very much.
Well, thanks. It was a privilege to be here.
Glad you were. So that's it for Tweet of the Week. We'll see you again soon.